Good evening, everyone, and welcome to River Valley Riders Round-Up Virtual Style. I'm Jim Detmar, and I am thrilled and honored to serve as your MC for this evening's gala. And we're thrilled that you've joined us, as tonight we take a look at where we currently find ourselves during these somewhat surreal and challenging COVID times. But more importantly, we're going to focus on where River Valley Riders is headed and the vision and plans for 2021 and beyond. We have a great lineup in store for you this evening, including a couple of guests who are absolutely chomping at the bit to meet all of you and to share their perspective on River Valley Riders. And I cannot wait for you to meet them. And because funding is so critical to achieving our goals and living up to our mission, we ask that during the course of our time together that you will consider making a donation or gift to River Valley Riders so that we can continue to provide the outstanding programs and services that make a world of difference to those we serve. And here to share her wonderful insight into how it all works, please welcome the Executive Director of River Valley Riders, Cheryl Holt. Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, Jim. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's all yours.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to River Valley Riders' first virtual Roundup Gala. We wish we could have brought you all together for cocktails and great food and camaraderie, but we're delighted that you're participating with us virtually. This evening will be informative, entertaining, and we plan to pull at your heartstrings, which I hope are attached to your purse strings. Our event looks a bit different this year, that's true, but our mission is the same, to enrich the lives of children and adults with special needs by providing equine-assisted activities and therapies. And we do this in a couple ways, via horseback riding and carriage driving. 2020 has been a tough year for all of us. We are missing our riders, our volunteers, and horses. I have heard people refer to 2020 as the lost year, and that reminds me about a story of one of our riders. It's about Marco. Marco is one of our adult riders. Marco started out boxing at the age of 13, and he became a junior Olympic national welterweight champion. But his life changed dramatically when he was in a severe car accident, which left him in a coma for over a year. Marco really did lose a year of his life. When he awoke from the coma, he worked hard with the continuing help of his parents and family. Marco has a traumatic brain injury, but that has not stopped him from participating in life. He has been riding horses with RVR since 2012. Marco is an inspiration to remain positive and enjoy every minute we're given. You'll be hearing from more of our riders as this evening progresses, and even some of our horses. We're busy planning for programming in 2021 and looking forward to seeing all of you in person. Now I would like to share a short video with you from one of our riders so they can tell you what RVR means to them.
I guess my first question for you is, how does being at River Valley Riders make you feel?
Being at River Valley Riders makes me feel happy because I get to ride on nice, calm horses and see the volunteers and instructors like Yvonne.
Yvonne? Did you say like Yvonne?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit of why you like working with Yvonne.
Been my sidewalker since I first started riding. I've had her since I was 4.
So I got another question for you. What is your favorite lesson at River Valley Riders? What is your favorite lesson?
I like all the lessons, but my favorite lessons are rodeo night, state fair night, and the end of the year party, which is fun.
Tell me a little bit about state fair night. I'm so curious. I don't know what that means. So what is state fair night like?
State fair night, there's different booths. Like the DNR booth and the Oink booth, and there's also games.
Tell me a little bit about either your favorite horse or some of the horses that you've ridden at River Valley Riders.
I rode a mare named Rick, which is actually short for Ricochet. I rode Jimmy, Miss Pickles, which I rode her for several years. And some funny things about Miss Pickles, she liked to bob her head up and down for treats, and she used to slobber and drool, and she almost bit my shoe. And I also rode on a horse named Seabiscuit, and it's a good thing he was not a racehorse.
What are you looking forward to when you can come back out in the spring, back to RVR? But what are you looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to finding out what horse I'm going to ride. And one fun thing that me and Yvonne do every year is we always have a picture taken, because when I first started riding, I was shorter than Yvonne, and Yvonne is always surprised to see how tall I grow each year.
So are you taller now than Yvonne?
Yeah, I'm a lot taller than Yvonne.
So,
Cheryl, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but the guests that I mentioned earlier, they're here. And they told Kathy Jo that they'd really like to do their thing now so they can get home early and hit the hay. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to bring them out. Is that cool?
oh, sure. We just finished up watching a rider video.
Oh, I saw that. That was really so good.
Thank you.
So, anyway, folks, joining us now are two staff members from River Valley Riders who, in my opinion, stand head and shoulders above the rest of the team. They are tireless, always bringing their best to the work they do, but still finding time to have fun and horse around with the riders when they get the opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Arvid and Ms. Pickles.
Hello and welcome to the Roundup. My name's Arvid. You know, this COVID-19 has caused me to put on some weight. I call it the Arvid 20. Boy, I can't wait to see you riders so we can get out and get me back in shape. I miss you. See you soon.
Good evening, everyone. It's me, Miss Pickles. Thanks for coming. Oh, riders, we miss you so much. You're the reason to get up and gallop every day. Hope to see you soon.
Hey, Jim. You know, Miss Pickles and I could stick around for a little while if you'd like to first answer some questions from some of the riders. Just thought you'd like to know.
Good. High five. High hoof.
I know that all of our horses are missing their riders as much as the riders miss them.
That's true. In fact, Arvid just told me they're willing to stick around to answer some questions that were submitted by our riders. So I'm looking forward to that. But now I got to roll because I got to round up some bail money.
Bail money?
Yeah. Oh, not for me, for the horses to eat, bail, food, horse, go. I got to.
Even though we did not have programming in 2020, there is still exciting things happening at River Valley Riders. First, let's talk about a little history. We saw that there was a great need for this type of therapy, so we established RVR in the fall of 1999, opening for our first lessons the spring of 2000. The demand for those services continued to grow and fostered our dream of owning our own land and facility. We purchased 38 acres in Afton in 2009 and had our first lessons on site in the fall of 2011. We continue to improve the property, and our largest improvement so far was the indoor arena, which helps us avoid weather cancellations. The insulated arena provides a quiet place during rainstorms, a cooler place during the hot summer days, and a warm place to have the program during the cool spring and fall evenings. This will allow us to expand our programming. We plan to have continued growth that enables RVR to provide more services to more riders. We will do this by building an entire facility, fully staffed, and have our own horses on site. We are in phase 2 of a 3-phase plan, and we do keep in mind, though, that what will happen in the buildings is more important than the buildings themselves. Greater achievements with consistent programming, building stronger bodies and minds, increasing the smiles and laughter. I would like to take you for a short walk through what the building of Phase 2 will look like. We entered the office building's shell, which will be mostly unfinished. Now we're looking at the finished viewing room, indoor bathrooms, mounting annex, and our windows into our heated arena. Phase 2 will also include the paved driveway and parking lot. We have made progress on Phase 2 this year. Our corporate sponsor, Ram General Contracting, managed the paving of the driveway and parking lot. CenterPoint Energy brought in the natural gas access, so we're ready for the heat. With these projects done, we have spent those generous donations that you have provided in the past couple years. So it's time to replenish the fund. Remember, this is a multi-year fundraising effort, and tonight's Fund the Vision goal is $60,000. What we raise tonight will be doubled by the FS Foundation multi-year matching grant. RVR was awarded this $300,000 matching grant from the FS Foundation this year. Their mission is to foster independence, self-reliance, pride of craftsmanship, sense of purpose, and increased access to alternative learning styles for under-resourced adults. They are a private family foundation, and RVR shares many of their values. We invite you to be part of our success story. More smiles and more riders and drivers is RVR's ultimate goal. We want to expand our programming and offer year-round lessons. Having a complete facility with horses on site is the formula to complete our vision. We invite you to watch this year's Fund the Vision video. It's brought to you by the generosity of the Elastic Corporation and our very own volunteer, Kelly Murphy, at no charge to River Valley Riders. This video, filmed in the fall of 2019, allows some of our riders and their families to tell you their stories and why RVR is so important in their lives.
So I was looking for a program that offered horseback riding for kids and adults with different abilities. When I found this place, it was like a dream come true for me.
I volunteer with River Valley Riders because I believe in what they do, and I believe in the difference that they make in their participants' lives and even their volunteers' lives.
We're a therapeutic horseback riding and carriage driving program. The horses in our program are so special, and they help us enrich the lives of children and adults with special needs because of the emotional connection they make and the physical benefits our students get from riding the horses.
My daughter Lilia is now 9 years old, and she began coming here at age 7. She has ADHD and sensory integration needs, and RVR has gone above and beyond in helping her meet her therapeutic goals.
Jackson absolutely loves coming, and this is an opportunity for him to be included, but on his terms. He is not a big fan of group activities. He gets overwhelmed.
He really enjoys the one-on-one with the horses, especially. He really feels at home and he really likes it. So as a parent, I really like that.
Oftentimes you'll find him actually laying down on the horse, just with that connection and giving the horse kisses, and he just absolutely, this is the highlight of his week.
On the way home, he always asks to come back.
For him, it's a part of his routine.
The horse helps her to kind of self-monitor, and she just loves it. It's just, I can't imagine what life would be without RVR.
One of the reasons why I like this organization is it is about a community, and they are as careful with their participants as they are with the horses, as they are with the volunteers. And that kind of thoughtfulness is really hard to find in a program.
When trailers pull up, I'll help out with unloading the horses, untacking, saddling the horses. So we all have different abilities, and we all tend to be able to show our different abilities in our own ways. So that's why I like being out here, because I feel like I can give back.
It's not just a bunch of people ticking a box. It's a community. They've had volunteers that have been coming back for 10, 14, 15 years.
The volunteers are the backbone of River Valley Riders.
Every child, every adult, everyone who rides here has a different set of goals, and the instructors and the volunteers tune into what those needs are and work with that person to reach their fullest potential. They're amazing.
They really are looking out for opportunities just for kids to be kids and have connections with others.
We have over 200 volunteers that help us every week, and then the donations, the gifts from our supporters pay for everything we do here, whether it's getting the horses here for the site, keeping the lights on. It's so important. It's the backbone of our organization.
I love sharing my horses with people, and especially people who are special. It's somebody where being around the horse actually improves their life going forward. And that kind of investment is worth everything. Right, Turkey?
That video gets right to the heart of the matter. River Valley Riders makes smiles, creates memories, and changes lives, and not just for the riders. I also thought it was fascinating at the very end of the video that Kelly Murphy called her horse Turkey, with Thanksgiving being just around the corner. And I want to tell you what I'm grateful for this season. I am grateful for my co-host, the Director of Development from River Valley Riders, Kathy Jo Hansen. Hey, Kathy Jo, how are you?
Hi, Jim. I'm great. Thank you.
This is so exciting.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm going to give it to you.
The transformations in our riders that I have seen fuel my passion. We normally notice the physical changes when we look back over a month or a session of lessons. The emotional changes can usually be seen much sooner. Improved self-confidence, reduced anxiety or fear, and the smiles and laughter of joy. This is why we are here tonight, gathering virtually to give and support this mission to enrich the lives of our riders. We have already heard from Gary and Gail Olson, one of our board members, who are giving $10,000 lovingly in remembrance of June Olson and in honor of Hazel Wittenberg, their mothers. Thank you so much. Our appreciation goes to the Holt family, honoring their mother, Natalie Holt, with a $5,000 memorial gift. And thanks to Todd and Cheryl Holt for their very generous gift of $5,000. Thank you, board member Kathleen Miner, for your open-hearted support of $2,500. Thank you, Dan and Carrie Rominski, for your generous donation of $2,500. Maureen Cosgriff generously gives $1,000 in memory of her husband, Bill, who was helpful to RVR as our attorney in the early years. Thank you. John Beatty lovingly gives $500 in memory of Orphe. Thank you so much. Our volunteer, Kathy Muckala, shows her support with a caring $500 gift. Many, many thanks to all our supporters.
It's incredible. It's just incredible, the size of people's hearts. You know, your gift in any amount is very important, and even now it'll have more impact because every donation will be doubled by the FS Foundation matching grant. Now, if a multi-year pledge is possible, your commitment will be helping us as we plan for the future expansion. Now, to make a donation this evening, there are many ways you can go about it. You can text RVR at 56651, or in ClickBid, our online auction website, the very first item is how you can make a donation using your credit card. Now, if you'd prefer to make a gift by phone or to make arrangements to send a check or pledge a multi-year gift, please call the number on your screen right now, 651-439-2558, and talk to Gail Olson. She's incredible and one of our board members. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, is we do only have one phone line, so if she doesn't answer, please just leave a message and she'll get back to you as soon as she can.
Now, let's hear from another of our riders.
How old are you?
10.
10. How do you like being 10?
It's good.
What does it make you feel like when you're at River Valley Riders?
It makes me feel calm, but I'm also excited, but mostly calm.
Uh-huh.
And it's like my happy place.
It's your happy place?
Yes.
Everybody should have a happy place. For sure. So what I want to ask you about your lessons, the lessons that you do at River Valley Riders. Which one is your favorite? Or do you have a couple of favorites?
Like probably two.
Two?
Like I like the ones when we get to like do like barrel racing things, and then I like the Halloween one because all the horses look cute in costumes.
What is the best Halloween costume that you have seen at River Valley Riders?
Probably the Jester.
Ooh. How many different horses have you had a chance to ride while you've been at River Valley Riders?
Like 4 or 5.
Uh-huh. And do you like the tall ones or the short ones?
Tall, fast ones.
Tall, fast ones? Who is the tallest and who is the fastest?
Both is the one on my shirt.
Oh.
Kokomo, the cute one.
Have you missed not being there?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a long time to go without seeing the horses, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you think, what are you looking forward to coming up in the spring when you can get back out to River Valley Riders? What are you looking forward to?
Like seeing all the horses again, and then doing fun things, and then seeing all the instructors.
And who are some of the instructors that you're missing right now?
The ones that I crashed into.
What?
On my horse.
You crashed into them?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I just like to crash into them on my horse.
What is the first thing you're going to do next spring when you get to River Valley Riders? What'll be the first thing that you do?
Hug horse.
Hug a horse.
I will say goodbye in 3, 2.
You know, Kathy Jo, I started that interview, but I think we both know who was in charge and who ended it, and it wasn't me. Well, it was just amazing. You know, earlier I mentioned that Arvid had told me that Miss Pickles and Arvid would stick around and answer some questions from some of our riders. Let's take a look right now and see what those questions are and how they were answered.
I've been just wondering what you're up to during quarantine. I miss you and hope to see you next year.
Hello there, Katie. My quarantine buddies are River and Salix. We have lots of time in the pasture to eat and sleep and play. Haha, miss you.
This is a question for Miss Pickles. Miss Pickles, how did you get your name?
Hi, Addie. A young girl about your age picked out that name for me. My registered name is not very interesting. It's Don't Be Impulsive. I like my name, Miss Pickles, much better. I'll see you next year. Can't wait.
Okay, here's one of the questions we didn't get a videotape for, but we do have the question. It's from Hannah Kane, and Hannah says, "Hi, Arvid. I miss you and miss riding. But here's my question. I've had a lot of time thinking because I've had a lot of time on my hands. How do you eat a sandwich without thumbs?"
Hannah, thanks for the question. You know, my lips are so agile and flexible, I can pick up most anything, especially something good to eat. Today was peanut butter and jelly, which means my breath is kind of smelly. Miss ya.
Arvid, what is you like to do best, walking or trotting?
Hey, John, long time no see. You know, I like to trot when you tell me to with your big, strong voice, but I'm such a laid-back guy that walking is my favorite speed. Miss ya, buddy.
Miss Pickles, do you love dogs?
Hi, Delaney. Yes, I love dogs. I have 2 dogs in my family, Molly and Miffy. I miss you so much. See you next year. Somebody let the dogs out. Who? Somebody let the dogs out. Ow.
Miss Pickles, we got a question from one of our riders, Nick Solar, who wants to know, how did you get to know RVR?
Great question, Nick. My human mom is involved with RVR and thought I would be a good volunteer. And you know what? I love it. Can't wait to see you next year. Stay safe.
Those were incredible questions from our riders. Hey, how about a game of hide and seek? I'll be it, you hide. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. Oh, you're still gone. Well, there's Tom Conboy. He's a volunteer and vice chairperson of the board. Hey, Tom, say something.
Hi, my name is Tom Conboy. I'm the site vice president at the Xcel Energy Monticello Nuclear Plant. I am a horse leader and a sidewalker volunteer at River Valley Riders, and I'm also the vice chairperson of the board of directors. I came to know about RVR when I was looking to help a nonprofit in my hometown. I believe each of us should serve the communities we live in some way. The first magic for me happened when I went to the RVR training session. Wow, what a well-organized and effective event. The staff and the volunteers had so much passion for learning. I immediately served volunteer hours for both leading and sidewalking. Yes, I have many nibble marks from Arvid, and if you were with him, you do too. He just loves me, though. The next magic moment for me was seeing the progress of the clients and what they made through their experience at RVR. Amazing, just amazing. Seeing the physical and mental improvements made through their time at our facility had a huge impact on me. I will forever have a place for RVR in my heart. You know, one of the first riders and continuous riders I've had is Katie. And Katie has a special saddle. And we have to do a lot to get her on that special saddle. And she's so great with it. Sometimes we have to position her multiple times. And she'll keep track of how many times we have to get her on the saddle throughout the sessions. And, you know, she always says it's our fault that she's not getting on there right. And you know what? She's right. With that, I'll turn it over to Kathy Jo.
Thank you, Tom. You and our team of wonderful volunteers mean so much. Thank you. The experience that Tom shared is so true. With your caring gifts, you are showing us your passion for making a difference in the lives of our riders. Wow, thank you, Barb and Dale, for your $5,000 gift. Thank you, board members Tom, Kathy, Jenny, and Sue, for your generous gifts. Thank you, volunteer Jill. Thank you, Kathy and Bob. Thank you to volunteer Mary and her family. Thank you, volunteer Beverly. Thank you, volunteer Colette. You're all amazing.
Oh, and we're not done. I mean, we're actually just getting started. I just want to say thanks on behalf of all of our generous donations. And now we want to take a few minutes. We'll talk more about some of these numbers coming. You want to tell them right now, some of these numbers? Go ahead, check this board out right there.
Wow. Our goal for tonight was $60,000, and we are at our goal.
Great.
Thank you.
So look at that. We got Melissa and Carter who gave $500. We got Kristen and Joe who gave $500. Joel and Kelly, $6,000. Peggy, $500.
Thank you.
Jay and Pam, $3,000. And the numbers just keep coming in. It is absolutely, what an incredible night. I love this night. And I'm going to break away for just a moment now so we can talk a little bit about some of our premier auction items. Now, if you haven't had a chance to get in on the bidding yet, don't worry. The auction will be open until 8:30 tonight, and the information you need to access the auction is right on your screen. Now, you bid on these just like you would any of the other wonderful auction items that we have. So, Kathy Jo, take a deep breath. Tell us about that first auction item.
We have an exciting 1-hour airplane ride for 2 passengers. If you win item number 2,000, you will take an unforgettable plane ride in a vintage 1968 Cessna 172 aircraft. The views are spectacular because of the high wing design. Pilot Jay Schrankler has generously donated the scenic plane ride. Your flight will depart from the new Richmond Regional Airport just a short drive away in Wisconsin with several options to personalize your experience. And that, again, thank you, Jay.
Yeah, and I want to tell you right now, the bid on that is $650. We need more than that. It's got to be higher, just like an airplane. Let's get it up in the air. Come on, folks. But it sounds like a lot of fun. The next item I want to talk about is the kegerator. Now, some of you might not be familiar with what the kegerator is, but many of you do. Thanks to Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery, donated a black 20-inch kegerator that holds a full-size keg or a couple of small kegs and also has a tap, which means your beer is going to come out at the perfect temperature and it stays fresh for 6 to 8 weeks. Now, you know the beer's not going to be there after 6 to 8 weeks, but it would be fresh if it still were. Now, I discovered this is a very economical and environmentally friendly option to have. Oh, and what's more, to top it off, we've got $100 cash to help with the purchase of your first keg, thanks to Kent and Yvonne Eklund. That's great. So what? Come on, where did you get those?
I know, I'm in love with these beautiful stools. They would be amazing indoors or outdoors. The seat height is 21 inches, and the back here is 28 inches, and they swivel.
Oh, nice. Really nice from the swivel.
The set of 4 stools was generously donated by Crabtree's Garden Gate and will be yours if you win item number 2002.
2002. Let's see, what are the stools at right now? $398. Come on, you can't get to 400? How about 500 or 600? I think is more like it. How many stools?
4.
How many?
4.
Do it like this.
4.
Thank you. Well, that leads into our next item. Sadly, the snow is on the ground and golfing season is done for this year. But thinking ahead to next year, how about a 5-star golf package at Cragen's Resort on Gull Lake for 2? They offer 2 18-hole courses, and you get to play both of them. Now, to make this getaway even more memorable is a $50 gift certificate for Gull Lake cruises included. And to help out with the drive up to Brainerd, how about a $50 gift card so you can get fuel up with gas and snacks? This is for 2 people, stay for 2 nights, enjoying both breakfast and dinner as part of the package. And the dates will be of your choice in the summer of 2021 with a midweek stay. So it's pretty flexible, a lot of openings. And we just want to say many thanks to the generous donors of this package. And right now it's at $675. Again, too low. Let's go. All right, Kathy Jo, what's up next?
Are you ready for a new countertop and sink for your bathroom? Then thanks to Leon's Countertops, your dreams may come true. They generously donated and will install a Snow White quartz vanity countertop with a porcelain sink. All the details are listed under item 2004 with upgrade options for other colors.
Now, I want to tell you, $600 right now. It's at $600. So we're going to get some more bids in till 8:30. What else? Do we have other stuff?
We have other premier items, including a garage door opener, donated and installed by All Pro Garage Door Company, a 2 or 3 night stay at a beautiful Duluth Park Point Beach House, donated by the Ryers family, and Marquette Wine with labels featuring some of our special therapy courses from Larry and Ann Hedricks. Please bid on these unique items. Thank you.
That's great. Oh, my gosh, there are so many great items in the auction. So to make sure, after the program concludes, you visit the auction and place your bids, and the auctions remain open until 8:30. Now, we have one more video to share with you of one of our riders, and why I love this video is this rider has such a unique and all-encompassing perspective on River Valley riders. Let's take a look. What do you sense from the volunteers that work there and work with the riders and the horses? What are they taking away at the end of the day? They've got to be doing it for a reason other than just they've got time on their hands.
Well, I think it might start out for love of horses, you know, being around the animals, which is a huge thing. But after they get to meet the clients, I think it's really cool for them to just see the progress that each person makes. And just as they grow through the years and how much they've changed and how much it opens them up to express themselves more.
And where would River Valley Riders be without the volunteers?
It wouldn't be existent, I don't think. It's pretty much mostly all volunteers that run it. So it was that for many, many years, for 20 years. And now we just finally have 2 staff members. But without the volunteers, we'd be nowhere.
Your relationship with River Valley Riders has evolved over the years. Tell us a little bit about that story.
Well, I first started out as a rider. I rode for a couple of years, and then I started getting a little bit more involved, helping volunteer maybe at an event, maybe serving food or different types of opportunities like that. And then I became a board member. So this is my first year on the board. So I'm trying to help out when I can.
So talk a little bit about the lessons? I know there's a variety of them available. What are your favorites and why?
I like the rodeo. It's just kind of something fun and it's challenging because you're, forced to kind of do different moves that you wouldn't normally do on a horse, where you're throwing something, you're trying to lasso something. So that's fun. And of course, I love the trail rides. I love to get out on the trail, and the horses, I think, are happiest doing that too.
You've seen it from a rider's perspective, from a volunteer perspective, and now a board member perspective. So I want to ask, how important is the support from the community? How important is their help?
It's huge. I mean, that's how we're able to keep on going and to grow in order to have an indoor facility so that we can ride different times of the year with inclement weather. Without the donor support, it'd be pretty tough to run the business.
How much does it do for your heart that a place like this exists?
It just makes me feel so good that there's so many caring people out there. I'm able to do something that I thought maybe I would never be able to do because there's so many dedicated people that are willing to help. Makes me, feel like I can conquer the world. That I can do anything that I want, that I put my mind to.
That's true. It's so true. And that's what River Valley Riders is all about, is making those dreams come true, making the possible possible. Just amazing. Ow! Somebody just outbid me. Well, I'll get back to that later. I just want to say again, thank you for the wonderful kindness and generosity. We hit the goal of 60,000, but we're not done. Keep making those donations. I also want to say a huge thank you to Mark and Nancy Mammal, one of our instructors, for their $5,000 gift. That's just incredible. Also, a long distance thank you to Sharon in Texas. And our thanks to Carol, Robert, Tim, Sandy, and Dick. You know Dick, right?
Thank you. Thank you all.
Incredible. Great. I want to also put out there that the stools are now up to $478. The airplane ride is at $650. I still think that needs to be higher because that is amazing. The golf, $675. There's still time. You've got till 8:30. Come on, let's get those bids in. Right, Kathy Jo?
Yes. And actually now we have an anonymous RVR volunteer who offered a matching gift of $1,000 to close out the night to double 10 more $100 donations.
Nice.
Especially if you got outbid on an item, please consider making another gift. Again, the auction closes at 8:30.
So is that towards me, since I got outbid? I'm supposed to put that $100 in? Okay, I'll do it. All right. Now, you'll get an email or a text if you want an auction item or if you donated. Please review the information and then check out to close your account using the red pay button. I've just had a blast tonight with you. This has been so much fun, Kathy Jo. Thank you for being our sidekicks.
This was great. Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. And now, at this time, pleased to close everything out, welcome back to the stage Executive Director Cheryl Holt. Cheryl, come on up.
Hi, you guys, and thank you so much. You guys did an awesome job hosting the program.
All right, let's go check out that kegerator.
Okay.
See if it works.
And another thing is our board member, Cece, she just donated $100 towards that $1,000 match that Kathy Jo just talked about. So please get your $100 bids in, and they'll be doubled. At this time, I'd really like to welcome our board of directors to pop in and share their thoughts.
Thank you. We really appreciate your support.
Thank you so much for your generosity.
Thank you for your continued support and commitment to River Valley Riders. We couldn't do it without you.
Raji and I say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting River Valley Riders.
Thank you so much for supporting River Valley Riders.
Thank you for your support and generosity. We appreciate you.
Thanks to all our financial supporters. You're making our vision come true. Thank you for all the volunteers for making it come alive.
Thank you for your support.
Oh, thank you for being with us tonight. And truly, thank you. Because of you, River Valley Riders will continue to grow and provide more opportunities for people with special needs. We will achieve our Phase 2 build soon and look forward to our final Phase 3 when we realize an entire facility, fully staffed, expanded year-round programming, and horses on site. This vision will allow RVR to have greater achievements with consistent and increased programming, which will build stronger bodies, stronger minds, and increase the smiles and the laughter. I know we're going to be back to programming in 2021. Please keep the faith, and thank you for your support.
Thank you so much for supporting RVR so that I and my fellow riders can ride horse.
Thank you to all the donors who supported River Valley Riders.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting RVR.
Thanks for supporting RVR. Giddy up.
Thank you for donating.
Thank you to our donors for their support at RVR. Hope to see you next year in person.
Thanks for your donation.